Okay, I wanted to do a quick video for you guys. I won't just talk about the Le'Veon Bell situation, and really just want to preach: don't tilt. Okay, I know there's a lot going on right now, and there's a lot of ambiguity and uncertainty surrounding this situation, and that is prime moment for fantasy owners to freak out over the situation. You know, we've seen situations like this in the past where we don't know what's going on, and if you make a rash decision, it's something you're gonna have to stick with. So if you trade Le'Veon Bell right now for anyone, even if they're a really good player, you have to contemplate and ask yourself, if Le'Veon Bell comes back next week, because that is still within the realm of possibilities, he could still come back to the team tomorrow to avoid missing out on any of his guaranteed money. We don't know yet how long he's going to hold out. There has been, no certainties to this. And if I'm a betting man, I'm looking at the situation, the way that his teammates are reacting, and the fact that James Conner's looked good in preseason. And especially if he plays well on week 1, my guess is Bell is not going to stay away from the team for much longer, because if he does, there's a chance that they just end up releasing him and he doesn't actually get paid the guaranteed money that he has with the franchise tag this year. So while, I am supportive of Le'Veon Bell, doing whatever he needs to do to make sure that he gets what he feels he's worth, I really think that he and his agent are going to realize pretty quickly that staying out and staying away from football is only going to sour his chances of landing that long-term contract. I get it, guys. I could be wrong. I'm just speculating here. Everyone's just speculating here. We don't have any evidence beyond speculation at this point, and that sucks. I know it sucks. And if you have Le'Veon Bell, you're probably freaking out. Hopefully, you grab James Conner. If you have James Conner, then you're fine. Don't freak out. If you don't have James Conner and he's not on the waiver wire, still don't freak out. And, just as a side, if you have one of the few guys that truly are workhorses, if you have David Johnson, if you have Todd Gurley, if you have Leonard Fournette, take this moment, look at the waiver wire, and see if their handcuff is out there. Ezekiel Elliott's another name too. I'm not a big proponent of handcuffs, with the exception of true workhorses, running backs that get beyond 60-70% of the snaps. If you can secure that spot and pick up the true handcuff, then when something like this happens, and because probably most likely, unfortunately, one of these guys that I just named are also going to get hurt. So if you have Todd Gurley and unfortunately he goes down in week 1, and you don't have John Kelly on your team before this week starts, you're going to have to spend the entirety of your waiver budget to get John Kelly, who right now, if he's on the waiver wire, he's probably free. So if you have one of those guys, or even if you don't, you want to be a jerk to the person that does, I like stashing handcuffs that just need one injury to become a every week running back 1. There's no reason to stash handcuffs in a situation where they're going to go straight into another committee. So that's why I don't really have much of like Kenneth Dixon on my team, because if Alex Collins goes down, it's going to be a mixture between Kenneth Dixon and Javorius Allen. So there's not really going to be a true running back there. But if Ezekiel Elliott goes down, if David Johnson goes down, then immediately Chase Edmonds becomes the number 1 running back there. So those are the kind of guys that if they're on your waiver wire right now and nobody has them on your team, put them on there now, because week 1 there's normally injuries and there's a chance that happens. But anyway, that was a long quick aside. Back to Bell. If you don't have Bell and someone else in your league is freaking out, try to get him. See if you can trade for him. Trade as little as you can. Try to, it sounds bad, but feed into that fear and see if you can get him at a bargain. Because if Le'Veon Bell comes back next week and you're able to trade for him with a much cheaper price tag than would have cost you a week ago, you now have an extra huge asset on your team that is going to carry you to the championships. I get it. If Le'Veon Bell doesn't play till week 10, you're going to hate me, but that's the risk that you have to take in fantasy football. And right now, I'm telling you, do not tell on Le'Veon Bell. Do not sell him. Go buy him cheap. Don't trade Christian McCaffrey for him. But if you can get him for something cheap, do it. Anyway, I hope you guys found this quick tip helpful. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. Subscribe to my Twitter account. The link is in the description box as well. And I hope you guys enjoy week 1, and we'll see you later in another video. Peace.